Good evening everybody and welcome back to another Tactical Thursday with me, Lebo1985, and of course Agent 47 in Hitman, a World of Assassination. I am back this week as I continue with the Hitman games. I already started, good start last week with Hitman 3. Now I'm going to be carrying on with that this evening. Really looking forward to it. Want to see how the storyline develops further. Yeah, I'm just intrigued, so I'm really not going to waffle on too much now because I want to see, let's see what I can do. Let's see where it goes.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Here we go. Start again.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning.
Okay.
I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may...
Okay, hang on.
I need cover fire! He's up to me! I don't see him! Delta, move to flank him!
Damn, we lost track of the bastard! Stay low! He's firing at us!
Cock! Need more men. Operator's down. I took one. Got him.
Okay, right. I mean...
Preparing for Mother's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be tracked down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Why?
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
This is a restricted area, and I can't let you through. You gotta move on.
Okay. Fine. Brilliant. Okay. Bad. Just gonna pick up all the bits I need to. Okay.
That is Alexa Carlyle, unofficial leader of the Provenance Partners, and last one to be alive.
Okay.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
No need to panic.
Interesting. Good, it's saving now.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life.
Okay.
I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Interesting. That's gonna open up a door, I reckon, so let's do that last.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
I think here is where I need to stand. There you go. Et voila.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Interesting.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
This is probably everything from here. Okay, let's go for this book then. Pull the book.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Interesting. That opens the door. Oh, mention floor plan. Excellent.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
Okay.
I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
I've
vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
There you go. It's interesting. Okay.
Sup?
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Okay, so
this is very useful information, 47.
Okay, so Zachary Carlyle, Alexa's younger brother and fellow resident of Thornbridge Manor. Zachary was found dead in his bed this morning and despite suicide note was... Okay.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
This is interesting. So, question the suspects. Need to, let's see if I can find them on the map. Wrong button. Camera intel, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's... pick up a few things and where's worth it. I will drop the kettle car battery though. It's a bit of a pain to... What's this here? Oh, a couple of coins. We'll nab those, always useful.
Did when she arrived.
What is it now?
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell her that, and do you know what she said? She said, "Things will change around here. I can promise you that."
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rosie. He has no respect. Preying on the girls like that.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games. Never any romance. I
Just gonna
deserve
take loads of food.
romance.
Gonna beat people with fish.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not. Should I ask her to marry me? What if she says no? And then this big funeral thing tomorrow. It's the last thing I need.
I remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out, and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But that is safe with Ethel. She never misses a step. Gossiping and work both.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. No, I have to.
Let's have a look at the map.
But Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad.
You'll be fine, Robbie. Kids are great.
Literally just gonna pick up as much as I can. Maybe a bit.
But that Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste. Tell me. She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. Weird as it is.
Yes. Right. Okay.
It makes my heart soar. Quite the poet. But you're right. It's beautiful.
Just literally gonna pick up anything and everything.
Yeah, hi. Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last. Hey!
I think he's one of the people I need to talk to, so I don't really want to finish him.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Cool. Okay.
Yes, hi, Cassie. It's me again. Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise. It's just, I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can really. I can't feel my legs, and my eyes are not working. This flicker thing again. You can't tell anyone. Well, the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I know it all sounds so unbelievable. But even though Mother is still alive, we still have to go through with it. I definitely want to read it, and Madam... I just know...
Looking good, looking good.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
No. That's cool.
Excuse me, sir. I think that's yours?
No, it's not, but cool, thanks.
Phil, did you find out that the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen? No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask them. Best way. Tell her you want to see the record. Don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Wow, managed to collect a lot of stuff. Anything to scan at all? No. Oh, hold on. Okay. Documents on the Collar's assets. Okay. Okay, anyone else who I need to talk to?
Fitzpatrick talking to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
View intel. Tokens for Rebecca and Mr. Fernsby. According to the bodyguards, Rebecca Carlyle and Mr. Fernsby the butler They've each been given a token for the Milton Fitzpatrick Bank. When combined, the tokens grant access to a deposit box to whoever holds the set. This deposit box may well contain a copy of the case file on Arthur Edwards. Okay. So I need to find Rebecca.
Greetings, sir.
Better not, I look really dodgy if I start picking up Hearst key. Okay. Got the Hearst key already. Okay, where's Rebecca?
You look tanned. I bet.
Okay.
Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
So I'm gonna need to finish it off.
Oh, come on.
Damn it. Okay.
I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, hi, Martin. Rebecca here. I need you to dig up the contract we have with the law firm Morgan Yates & Co. No, I think they revoked the unanimous vote belonging to the New York branch.
Shit, that's close.
I know they can't do that. That's why I need the contract.
In Sydney? Why wasn't I told?
I'll get right on it. Do you have his number? Send it to me. Thanks.
Okay, let's see if she pops her clogs. I need something off of her, I think. Oh, damn it. Okay. I'll have to come back to her in a bit, I think. Okay. I've not spoken to him yet, I don't think. There you go. Wow, I'm collecting loads of stuff today.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some more bits that I need. Oh, there we go, got a newspaper there. Grab that.
Yo, Anne, what's up?
I need to see if I spoken to everybody. Oh. Suspects. And the alibi. Okay, we need Rebecca, Emma, and him. Questioned. Okay, is there anyone else I need to see? Oh, we'll have a quick look around. Everywhere. Oh, okay, I see.
How are you today, sir?
Yeah, I'm right, not bad, I'm better, you know. Interesting. Suppose. Oh, what we got? More newspapers. Feel like I'm just tidying up. Okay, got that there. Simple game. Interesting. Okay.
With someone you were hired. Mr. Fernsby might.
Yeah,
All right, later.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
That's Martha. Okay. Okay. Bedroom in which Emma and Gregory Carlisle were staying. The room is located on the middle floor of the mansion towards the cemetery.
I like the fact he's not another knuckle-dragging rugby washout.
Wonder how I'll get in there. Interesting, I need to get in there. Okay. And that's where I'm going to be ending it for this evening. So thank you so much everybody for joining me this evening. I am Lebo1985 and I am carrying on with Hitman 3. I will be continuing this mission next week. It's taken a bit longer than I'd sort of planned, but I kind of wanted to keep everything in there. So I've decided to split this into 2 videos. So I am in the middle of playing Death in the Family, and I've decided to go down the investigative route rather than going straight in for the kill. So it's a bit of a different method from how I normally play. I normally just try and get the kills done. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm Lebo1985. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, DLive, TikTok, WASD, and Discord. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, but I'm gaming Lebo1985 on those 2 platforms. So why not pop along to my social medias or my channels, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts. I am also interested if anybody's got any game suggestions, because my sister and I, we are planning our annual Halloween online streaming event. We're hoping to do another 24 hours, and it is for charity, so we need 24 hours worth of content and games. So if anybody has any suggestions, be most gratefully received. Until next time everybody, take care, and I will see you then. So bye for now.